Now we're talking about debit cards, and a lot of us use them for everything from filling up at the gas station to paying off bills online. So let's talk to the debt guru, Mike Peterson. And you say there's some warnings about debit cards.
There are, and in fact, it is apropos for the holiday spirit, because most women now are in full holiday spending mode.
Yes.
Now, the guys, we won't hit that until about the 23rd of December.
You've got like, what, 20 more days?
That's right.
Okay.
We've got some time, so
Right.
this is timely information. But there are a few things that you need to watch out for. The first thing to consider is your checking account. You need to know what your balance is, and then you need to track your expenses. Many times using a debit card, it's easy to go into the negative, and your bank will allow the transaction to go through and then be happy to charge you a $35 overdraft fee.
Oh my gosh, that is steep.
It is. So you need to be cautious and make sure that you understand what those balances are.
Okay.
Next thing to look out for, fraud protection on a debit card is not very good.
All right.
If you have a credit card and somebody makes a $1,000 fraudulent purchase, your out-of-pocket will typically be nothing on that account.
On a credit card.
On a credit card.
Okay.
On a debit card, if somebody takes that and makes a $1,000 purchase, 9 times out of 10, you're left holding the bag.
That's horrible.
It is.
Yeah.
So what you want to do is make sure that you guard that card, and when you enter your PIN number, I know it sounds funny, but you might want to guard that PIN number.
Hey, it doesn't sound funny. People have cell phones. They're taking pictures of everything nowadays.
They are, and so you need to be cautious. And if you need to stand in front of it or hold your hand over it, I'd recommend that you do that.
Are you better off just using cash?
If you've got cash, absolutely. It's easier and safer from that standpoint, because all you've got in your pocket's all you can lose.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
what else? Anything else with debit cards?
Yeah. Another thing to keep in mind is with the purchase using a debit card, you need to ask the retailer what their return policy is.
Oh,
On a credit card, it's very easy for them to return the purchase to the credit card. On a debit card, they transact those like checks, and so the return policy may be different.
Oh.
Sometimes it may be a cash
like 10
return.
days or something like that? Okay.
You may have a limit that way. It may be a cash return, which is not necessarily good or bad, but it may also be a in-store credit return. And so before you make those purchases, ask that retailer, what is your return policy if I buy this with my debit card?
Okay, so do you use your debit card?
I don't even have a debit card.
Oh, really?
No, I use a credit card for all of my purchases, but I follow a golden rule. And the golden rule is whatever you buy on your credit card, you have to pay off in full
at the end of the month.
At the end of the month.
Yeah, otherwise you just get yourself in trouble.
Otherwise you get into debt and you pay high interest.
Right. Okay, the one thing that never sleeps, interest,
That's right?
In your favor or not in your favor. Okay, so quickly, do you have any just like quick tips for people when they're shopping for Christmas? Like, stay in the budget.
Stay in the budget. Make a budget.
Make a budget.
Make a budget. Absolutely. Know what you can spend without going into debt.
Okay.
Take your budget and make a list. Make sure that on your list you've itemized how much you can spend for each individual. And then as you go out, take that list with you, and as you see items that you can purchase for somebody that's on the list, make sure that it fits within that budget.
I like the list idea because I find that I'm kind of buying stuff for the people I love in the last few months.
Right.
And so I probably don't need to buy them more, especially if we're trying to stick to the budget.
Right. When you're out of money, you're done.
Right. Okay. Great info. And where can people get in touch with you?
Debtguru.com.
Nice. Okay. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.